Rain pressed against the windows like a thousand tapping fingers. Kim Taehyung dropped his car keys on the marble counter. The clutter echoed through the penthouse, sharp and lonely. The gala had ended only an hour ago, but the images still looped in his head. The flash of cameras, Vine's calm smile, the way she looked at him as if he were a stranger passing by. He loosened his tie, it slipped through his fingers and fell to the floor, forgotten. Across the room, the bucket of white roses he had sent that morning, which returned, sat untouched in its vase, petals beginning to curl at the edges. Taehyung poured himself a glass of whiskey. His hand shook. A few drops hit the counter. He started stare at them, spreading like tiny brown suns. Pull yourself together, he muttered, voice hoarse, but the echo that came back sounded nothing like the man who used to command boardrooms. His phone vibrated. Jisoo, assistant, investors are asking questions about the rumors. Do you want me to release a statement? He exhaled through his teeth. Rumors. That word again. The same whispers that had followed him out of the gala. About Miss Fund, about his personal life. Somewhere deep down, he knew Wine's calm detachment had not been interfered. It had been strategic. He pressed his palms against the cold counter and looked out at the storm-lit city. She had always walked away, head high, and he had watched her go because he had no idea what to say. Now there was nothing left but rain and regret. The next morning, his office felt small and suffocating. Jisoo stood by the window, scrolling through her tablet. Her expressions were cautious, the kind used when speaking to a wounded animal. Half the investors pulled out overnight, she said softly, and there's a blog post trending. Someone leaked the photos from the last night. Taeyong sat behind his desk, shoulders heavy on the screen in front of him. Dr. Ryan Kim, Grace Under the Fire, the woman who outclassed her ex at the year's biggest gala. There was a picture of her in that black gown, chin lifted, eyes unreadable. The caption behind read, Power is quiet when it's real. He shut the laptop with a sharp click. Schedule a meeting with the legal, he said. Jisoo hesitated. You might want to call her instead. He looked up. Ryan? She didn't leak anything if that's what you are thinking, but the narrative is already built. The more you chase it, the more you will look guilty. Her tone was professional, but her eyes flickered with something almost like pity. Taeyong leaned back, rubbing his temples. I built this company from nothing. I can't lose it because of a scandal. Then maybe, she said carefully, you should not have given them the scandal. He didn't answer. By evening, exhaustion had turned into restlessness. He found himself outside the hospital where Ryan worked before he even realized he had driven there. Through the lobby's glass doors, he could see her walking across the corridor, white coat, hair tied back, clipboard in hand. She stopped to talk to a nurse, smiling faintly, that same steady calm she had always had. He stood on the pavement, soaked from the drizzle, watching. For a second, he almost went in, almost, but then a little boy ran to her, clutching a cast on his arm, and she knelt to check it, listening intently as he talked. The sight hit him harder than any headline. She had moved on, not with someone else, but with life itself. He turned away before she could notice him and sat back in his car. The interior smelled of wet leather and stale perfume. He laughed once, a small but bitter sound. Days blurred, meeting turns into interrogations, one by one, partners window sitting, reputational concerns. His phone rang, glass his reflection in glass elevators looked more and more like a ghost in a tailored suit. One night he opened his mail and saw a message from Minji, short, sharp. I am leaving for Busan. Don't contact me again. This was never love, and you know it, Minji. He stared at the screen until the words blurred together. For the first time, he didn't feel anger, only a quiet, hollow clarity. He had traded the one person who saw through his facade for someone who only saw the facade. Minji was way too much happy in these past months. She used to go to Taehyung's place to console him and get money from him. On the name of the landlord is asking me the rent. I could never find a suitable job. Everything in my kitchen finished today. I am tense, but don't worry, I will manage and many more. In the name of pity, compassion, he gave her his savings to help her. She used to get him completely drunk, making him out of sense, then make him sign on a blank checks, then get the money as much as she wants through the check without him knowing anything. Next day, Minji was leaving the city. She was about to cross the road when a truck came and hit her hard. The truck driver found to be drunk. He was not in his senses while driving the truck. Minji was brought to the hospital instantly and she is under 24 hours observation. The accident was very intense and her condition is very critical. The doctor said she has very less chances to survive. This is what she got after destroying someone's life. First, she manipulated a man with her, then promised she would never leave him, then left him after taking advantage of him. Then she also broke the house of her sister like cousin. How and home she is. 2 weeks later, Tang had waited in a small cafe near the hospital. The place smelled of coffee beans and rain wet wool cots. When Ryan walked in, the air shifted, calm, composed, like she owned the space without trying. 5 minutes, she said, sliding into the seat across from him. No greeting, no smile. Her posture was straight, her hands folded neatly on the table. He swallowed. You look well. Better than before, she replied. The waiter came by. She ordered green tea. Taehyung did not order anything. I wanted to apologize, he finally said. Not the kind that fixes things. I know that's impossible, but the kind that admits I was blind. She studied him quietly. The pause stretched long enough for the second of clicking cups to fill it. You didn't just hurt me, she said at last. You humiliated me and you turned love into something small. I can forgive you, but I will never give you a chance to do it again. Her voice didn't waver once. He looked down at his hands. The cufflinks gleamed, the same pair she had given him on his birthday. He unclasped them slowly and set them on the table. Then I will stop wearing these. They belong to the man you thought I was. She stood. No tail. They belong to the man you could have been. And she walked out, leaving the faint scent of antiseptic and green tea behind.